Good morning, guys. It is 13 May 2021. We just had a major crash, and yet I'm in a good mood. You know why? Because if you've been following this channel, you have been warned. You have been given all the information you needed to know this was going to happen. Like, I've been saying this for weeks, guys. If you're a part of the YouTube channel or Facebook page, I have made it extremely clear this drop was coming. And unlike all your other YouTubers and influencers and things who are just going to say that and move on, I am going to bring you receipts. Let's go through this real quick. I'm going to show you all the crazy things that I've been calling for. Right here, testing a major resistance level. I do expect it. 40K is likely. I say it right here. Over here further. This is the reason why I think it will reject here, because we had high volume on the drop, low volume on the increase, all that. High time frame is bearish, right? Keep going up here. Look at this. This right here, another massive short opportunity I posted in Facebook group. Right now, you are well on your way on this short if you took it, right? Like, guys, I'm telling you. And then even right here, let me find it real quick. Where's it at? There you go. Look at this. BTC is in a very precarious spot, and this could be a massive rug pull like we saw in mid-April. Okay? Once again, like, guys, like, this is insane. I've made it extremely easy for you guys. In the next 72 hours, look, May 10th, in the next 72 hours, BTC is going to crash the market or explode outwards and leave alts in the dust. 70% down, 30% up. And even after I posted that, I started updating you guys, breaking it step by step. We have all these liquidity levels I pointed out. We had this rising channel. Like, guys, like, I made this extremely clear step by step exactly what you were expecting for this drop. If you are surprised by this, like, you have got to get involved in my Facebook page. You've got to be subscribed to this channel. Like, I've given you guys all the information you need to be successful in this market. This is insane. So I know a lot of other people are doom and gloom because the market crashed and Elon this or whatever. Guys, Elon Musk accelerated the market, but the warning signs were there. All you had to do was look. Go through the videos. The last few videos I posted on the market update, I say this every single day. Until we get a daily close above 61222 with volume and a daily close, we are not out of the woods. This day is going to continue down. All right, that's out of the way. What is going to happen next? That's the big question, right? We're all asking that. Is Bitcoin dead? Is Elon going to crash? Like, is the market dead? No, it's not. Okay. Now I'm going to go step by step and explain to you guys why it's not. Stick around and do not go anywhere. You do not want to miss this. So, like every single day, every single market scan, we do the exact same thing. Why? We are logical, consistent, and systematic, right? So I'm not changing up anything for this video because that is going to create an unknown variable we don't want to work with. Exact same thing, and just go right down the list. So the first thing we always do in every one of our videos is going to be the Bitcoin dominance, right? Go to the weekly. Let's once again break this all down for you. This was our weekly level. We went below our weekly level. We hit this weekly level, went below that. We are currently testing this major weekly breaker right here. And we are starting to reject upwards. If you go to a low time frame, you can see this is starting to happen. What this means is that we should be expecting, because this is a major resistance level for our altcoins, we should be expecting Bitcoin to have more success than alts for the short term. That's a reasonable assumption due to this major breaker. Now, does it have to bounce all the way up here? No, it does not. Could it bounce up here? Could it do a little dead cat bounce and continue down? Yes, all that's very possible. This also could be the major spot where Bitcoin decides to absolutely explode and leave alts in the dust. These are all very realistic assumptions based upon this chart. I do not expect it to melt right through because it is a major level, but if it does melt right through this level, that is going to be incredibly bullish for our alts. Because after this, we really don't have much left. This right here, I don't know if it will provide any sort of legitimate support. Some right here, but that's basically it, guys. Like alts will essentially completely dominate the market at this time. So this is pretty much our last line in the sand before just absolute utter domination by the altcoins. What this would mean is basically Bitcoin would be just utterly collapsing and potentially just starting to die off and let the alts take over its spot, which is what I am projecting in the long term. If you've seen my Are You Ready for Alt Season video, which I'll go ahead and post right above. All right. The point is, though, right now, we are at a major resistance level. We do expect alts to underperform Bitcoin for the short term. Underperform. So Bitcoin should be the one that gains back some grounds compared to it, because it's major level. If we fall through here, we have this. If we fall through here, I would not be touching Bitcoin at all. At all. There's no reason to touch Bitcoin. I already don't trade it necessarily, but I need to know where it's at so I can know how to position my alts. If this is lost, like GG, no re, this thing is over for Bitcoin. So that's the line in the sand for them. Now, let's go to our total 2 and see how we're doing over here. Let's see, weekly level, nothing really here. Let's go to our daily. All right, daily levels. We now have a clear breaker that's been made. Let's see, like that. Yeah, like this. I'm not going to put that because this massive one is going to take its spot if we do get back above it. So I'm not going to worry about that necessarily. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, this was the line that I drew here. Okay, on 5 May, I drew this. I have not touched this line at all. You can go back in the video and see my reasonings for it. You can see how well this line has been respected. Went up here, went down, tapped this level, continued up. Obviously, Bitcoin decided to crash it, but we still haven't even got a lower low on the total 2 chart. And the total 2 chart, just to make sure we're on the same page, the total 2 is all of the market cap for the entire cryptosphere except for Bitcoin, okay? Except for Bitcoin. So if you're an altcoin trader like we are, this is the chart you want to be utilizing. So yeah, my expectations here right now, we're ranging. We're stuck between these 2 levels. So we have a few options. I don't entirely know which one based upon this chart, what we're going to be looking at. Is it possible that we just start ranging and go like that? Yes. Is it possible that Bitcoin does make another dive lower and we go and revisit like a daily level? Daily right there, maybe that's daily. I think that's reasonable. I could see us doing something like this, come back down here, touching this daily level, and then bounding. And I think that would actually make a lot of sense for where we expect Bitcoin's final movement to be in around 40,000. I think that's reasonable. I don't think that's my primary account right now. I think my primary account right now is still going to be a continuation upward. I think that's, oh my gosh, what is going on? There we go. All right. All right. Get rid of, and get rid of. Awesome. Okay. I think my primary account right now is still going to be a continuation upward. I think that makes the most sense for the high time frame. And I'll go over why later. That being said, there's definitely the possibility we come down here and retest this breaker, and that would also coincide with the all-time high here. We almost tapped it, but we didn't entirely. So coming down here, sweeping this low, tapping this breaker, retapping this all-time high, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think this does. So I think both are very valid scenarios right now. I really do. Coming down here, tapping this, and then continuing up. The point is, up is still the direction. I'm not changing my bias on that. I think that this massive movement was exactly what we needed to really reset the funding, liquidate all those stupid leverage longs that we had open, really just put a massive kick in the butt to Bitcoin and the rest of the alt market, right? All these Doge coins and all these fake ones that came out and started to really like accelerate the market. Like, we all knew that was unreasonable. There was a reason why I haven't covered anything about those coins, because they were doomed to fail. And we knew this because they had no sort of realistic value in them. I didn't really do a TA off it because I was like, oh, this is a top signal. Obviously, because if anyone's investing billions of dollars into like something like that, then not just billions of dollars in that, not only is a meme coin, it is a copycat of a meme coin. Like, it's incredible, right? That's a top signal if you've ever seen one. So we'll see if they actually do have some sort of a long-term stability. I really don't think so, but you know, we'll see. The point is, I know what I like, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. So obviously it's working. So this is my idea for the total too. Let's go to Bitcoin. Let's see how we're doing on there. All right, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. I'm going to do a top-down analysis on this real quick, just so you guys understand why this is the BLX chart. I don't like this one. I'm going to do, let's see, BTC. This one is not a very good chart to try to utilize. So SD, I'm going to try to find a clean chart that I haven't completely destroyed yet, which is hard to do, honestly, because I do so many charting on Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, I found one. Okay, I'll accept it. Awesome. I found a chart I have not destroyed yet. Perfect. So this is what my bias has been, okay? And I'm going to break this down for you guys so you understand why Bitcoin has been bearish. So you have this level right here, and this is a 4-hour breaker, okay? Only a 4-hour breaker, but look how well it's been respected the entire time. Came up here, hit it, went back below, hit it, hit it, hit it, finally consolidated on the side of it, busted above it. Incredibly bullish, right? We're like, woo, yay, we're over, it's done. Came back up here, went back in for a retest, and utterly failed the retest. Utterly, absolutely collapsed the retest. It just fell right through. That is an extremely bearish sign. This was the sign of the market where we have some serious issues going on with Bitcoin. It's going to take a lot more consolidation, a lot more growth to actually bust through this level. That was our line in the sand. This was the moment where we're like, oh my gosh, we have problems, because that should have held us up. Furthermore, we also had this trend line that was established, and it fell right through, right? We had the 4-hour 200 moving average, and it fell right through. We also had a channel that was formed. Find it real quick. Parallel channel. So from here to here was also formed. I'll zoom in. I think I can make it a little better. There we go. I like that better. All right. So yeah, that channel came down and also hit it. So and you can see how well the channel was respecting the way down. It just came back up, it kept hitting the channel, could not get above. And eventually we finally did break into the channel, got rejected the channel, came back down, hit the midpoint, then finally got above the channel. Is it over? No, I was still saying, guys, no matter how bullish this looks, we are not good until we reclaim this level. Oh, also another one I forgot to mention, right here. This was the line in the sand for me. Reason why? You had this double top. On another exchange, it's an absolute perfect double top, but this is close enough. This level matched the exact level up here. On the other chart, it was 61222. So on my line in the sand is 61222. Okay, and that's what I've always said. And that's what basically my okay, I was wrong sort of level would be. But as you guys see, we got above this level, came over here, hit it once, rejected harshly. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good level, because it just barely tapped that block and it just completely, utterly collapsed. I was like, okay, this is good, right? It once again confirms my bias that this is still a very valid resistance. So when we came back up here, what I told everybody, sell, sell, sell. This is a sell opportunity. This is a perfect short position. And I told people the short position you want to get into would be something like this. Enter around now. Your stop loss is going to be around, oh, magnet's on. Oh, come on, man. Maybe do it real quick. Yeah, we're going to enter around here. Stop loss will be right around here. And you're going to be targeting at least the bare minimum, targeting this low, right? That's what I told everybody. And this is going to be a 6-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which is really, really good, right? That's a really, really good good risk to reward ratio for a short position. I was really happy with that, because I thought to myself, if we get a close above here, then my bearish bias would have been invalidated. Well, obviously that played out absolutely beautiful. Came down here and almost, on certain exchanges, I actually saw it did tap this blue channel perfectly, right? Every exchange is independent of each other, so they all have minor differences on them. So on some exchanges, this blue channel, which is from way back here, was actually retapped. Absolutely gorgeous, right? Perfectly gorgeous price action. So, however, are we done? Okay, are we done? That's a really, really, really good question. So let's go ahead and keep adding more indicators on this chart. It's a fresh one, so you guys know all the high time frame stuff I'm looking at. Go to the weekly chart. For our breakers, this is a very clear breaker. That's all we got, okay? This was a massive, massive movement upwards, okay? This level right here is the only level of real consolidation we have, because we go on to like the 3-day level, you can see it just constantly just went up. It didn't even slow down. It just kept going up, right? Well, when you have a price action that does continuously go up like that, that means you don't build supports on the way up. And when you do that, whenever it crashes really hard, like you see here, like you saw with Doge, okay? Doge is a great example of that. It crashed like 30% overnight because it had no sort of support, guys. It went up too quickly. And same exact thing. So the only real level of real good support we have is this right here. So if we go right here, I think this entire region is, oh, I didn't put my magnet back on. Let's see, magnet back on. There we are. Now I'm gonna go back over here, click it, and there. I think this is the best level. This is probably like a 2-week level-ish. It's a really weird one. So I think this entire cluster does make a lot of sense. I also included the wick here. That's a very important reason why. This is such an incredibly obvious play. Like, everyone's looking at this. 33 to 40,000 is so incredibly obvious. I think it will be front ran. What that means is people will be placing their bids before it actually touches this breaker. So because of that, I'm also including the wicks, which I normally don't do, but I think the risk to reward on here is so incredibly high that I think you have to. So I would start adding positions way up here at the very top of the wick, all the way into this block, and just let that sucker sit and see what gets filled, and whatever doesn't get filled on the downtrend, you wait until there's strength and you buy back in. This is an incredibly obvious play. And then furthermore, another reason why it's super obvious is because you have the 200 moving average right here. This is on a daily chart, 200 moving average. This level, this line is so incredibly important. I cannot stress it enough. I'm doing a video. It will be out on the 18th. That's going to go over in detail why the 200 moving average is such an incredibly powerful tool. The point here is that this 200 moving average has not been tested since way down here in May 10th of 2020. Over a year ago, it has not even been touched with. And you saw the last time it broke above there, that was the start of the bull run. So is it unreasonable for a retest to happen? No, it's absolutely not unreasonable at all. So because of this, I think this entire region right here, this is the sweet spot. I think this entire little region right here is the sweet spot. Let me go a little bit bigger actually. Yeah, I like that. This is the sweet spot. I'm gonna annotate that. Sweet spot. All right, you guys see that, right? Actually, a little bit bigger, a little bit. I'm gonna make it right here. I think this entire region, right there, the sweet spot. This is the spot where everyone and their mother is gonna be bidding incredible amount of money. If we get here, this will be a massive, massive capitulation candle with incredible volume and a massive wick. And then this will be the bottom. Or here's the other thing. If this sweet spot fails, we have some major, major issues. And then you can legitimately start talking about Bitcoin being dead and the alt market screwed and everything else. If we lose here, then I will turn long-term bearish. Until I hit this, this is a buying opportunity and it will be incredible, okay? Think of back whenever this level right here was met, right? Came back here, massive candle down, everything was dead, Bitcoin was over, and yet it continued up, okay? That's what I'm expecting on this chart. So yeah, all right. That's Bitcoin, right? So this is the sweet spot. I really want to see this happen. Is it going to happen? We don't know. We don't. Okay. There's some really, really good bullish indicators right now that do actually make a lot of sense for this thing being over. All right. Let's go through a few real quick. I talked about last time on the chart. Let me make sure I don't forget any of them. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and go on all these. I'm going to now keep this chart up like this, but now we're going to go to the weekly level. Okay. Weekly level. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to add a new indicator. This new indicator is going to be the 21 moving average. Moving average. Now, it seems weird, but I promise you, the 21 moving average on the weekly chart, which is the 147 on the daily chart, is respected really, really well in crypto. Okay. Well, this is that level right here. And you see how it came down to it and bounced off of it. That's a really bullish sign. The 21 moving average on the weekly chart very well may be the one that actually accelerates us to the upside. That's the first bullish indicator. The next one to look at is going to be on the daily chart. We have a bullish divergence on this level. This is a lower low, right? This is a higher low on RSI. Okay. Let's go over here. You guys see this? Lower low on price, higher low on RSI. This is a bullish divergence on a weekly level. We have cleared this. Okay. That's a really, really good sign. Now, let's see. What else? Did it actually clear that? No, it did not. Damn it. That sucks. All right. Here's the other ones. Here's the other ones I'm looking for. We had a very clear 5 impulse waves down. If you're an Elliott wave person, which I sort of am, depending on how I'm not very good at it, but this was a pretty clear 5-wave movement down. You had, where's it at? Elliott wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so wait, is that it? I think that's how I said. I think that's how I had it set up. Pretty sure that was it, guys. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the Elliott wave pattern that I think makes the most sense on this chart. So yeah, it's a 5-way impulse down. And so the reason why that's important is because we have a macro. I can get it real quick. We have a macro A, B, C. Come on. There you go. A, B, C. So if this was the major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, right? So this is our third wave. Now we have the ABC, that's the fourth wave. And now the next wave should be a continuation of the upside, right? Makes sense to me. So Elliott wave has a good theory here as to why it would continue up. Now on, what's the next one I have? Oh, yeah. The next reason why I think it could be done is because we've actually had a pretty dang good sweep of a lot of different levels here. And I'm going to list them out real quick. We have 1. Oh, I got to click every time. That sucks. 2, 3, 4 levels that have been swept, which is great, right? Because each one of these levels provides liquidity for the market, okay? Basically, these are untapped levels that create what's called an SFP. 4 of them have been hit in this drop, which is absolutely incredible. Now, on the bearish side, this one has not been swept. Neither has this one. Has it been swept? No, it is not. So at least on this exchange, it has not been swept. Maybe another exchange it has, but this one is not. So because of that, we still have 2 more levels that I would love to get swept, because then we literally have nothing else left to do. And each one of these liquidity taps, what that does is it basically makes it to where people who place stop losses right below here, or have their short positions taking profits here, or long positions that are liquidation points right in there. So whales like to come down there, force the price down to tap this level, so that they can tap this liquidity, have limits underneath it. So basically, as people get liquidated or sell or whatever, it goes right to their position so they can shoot the market right back up. It's a very common strategy that people with a lot of money like to do. So there we go. The liquidity has not been tapped, or has been tapped at 1, 2, 3, 4. Potentially tapped on some of the exchanges here, but this one most certainly has not been. And this is a very, very juicy liquidity tap as well. So that's what I would like to see. The other bullish case is that we now have tested from the upside this falling channel, a parallel channel. We have tested it now. So that's a bullish case. I mean, that's a legitimate spot where it would make sense to continue back up. Oh, of course, the other one I want to talk about real quick is Bitcoin dominance is at support level, right? We talked about this just now. This is a support level for Bitcoin. So if we're expecting Bitcoin to outperform alts in the short term, and the best way for Bitcoin to absolutely destroy alts is for it to just pump like crazy, that makes sense to me. All right, we're at a high time frame support level. And total 2 looks good, which it does. I already talked about that, how I think this does look pretty good. I think it looks really good. I would not be surprised if we do just continue right up. So all these things combined, and my next one, which is going to be going over how we have literally not even had, our altcoins have held up pretty dang well. So it looks like they're resting on some high time frame supports. So because of that, you know, there's a damn good case that we don't have much further to drop on Bitcoin. So, all right, Bitcoin. I think I've beaten this to a pulp. So my expectations right now are, we don't really know. We really don't. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but we're not entirely sure. We have solid case on either direction. We have a lot of bullish indicators from this level, but we also have a lot of bearish indicators from this level. So this sweet spot is so incredibly juicy that I would be surprised if we don't come down here and retap that and tap this liquidity level. But does it have to happen? No, it does not. If it does get down here, what do I expect? Violence. Absolute violence, total mass chaos. Bitcoin's dead, yada, yada, yada. All your favorite influencers freaking the hell out. And as they're freaking out, I am buying like mad right in this region. And not just Bitcoin. I am buying everything, all my alts, everything. This is the spot that makes the most sense. And then if it does collapse now past that, then we'll look to exit our position and take what we made in this bull run and go, go do other stuff and have fun in the bear market. So, but that's where I'm at right now on Bitcoin. Cool. If you guys have any questions about that particular thing, let me know. So yeah. Oh, other thing I want to talk about. So does this have all these indicators, all these things that I've went over with you guys? Does literally any of this have anything to do with Elon Musk? No, none of it. I had no idea Elon Musk was going to no longer accept Bitcoin as a payment for Tesla. And think about how incredibly stupid that sounds, okay? Because Tesla is no longer accepting payment for their vehicles. The entire market crashes by 20%. What? Seems like a pretty damn big overreaction for an asset worth over $1 trillion, right? Like, come on, guys, that doesn't make any sense. So even thinking of it rationally, that is a massive overreaction to this. Massive overreaction. Bitcoin or Tesla does not own that much Bitcoin. They even said they're not going to be selling their Bitcoin. They're still going to be holding it. They're just not accepting payment for their Teslas, which, okay, right? No, the news did not cause this. Does this give acceleration to what was already happening? Sure, I think that's reasonable. But it's not like the news made this happen. This was already happening because we've talked about it in all of our updates. Every single one for the last 2 weeks, I brought up how this was our ultimate target. All right. I'm done with Bitcoin. Let's move on to something better. All right. Let's go ahead and start going through our daily scan, see what else we've got, and just knock it out of the park. So this right here was our level. I drew that out right here, and you guys see what happened. So on the 4 hour, we came down into it, retested that level. Now we're continuing back up. AAVE looks bullish. I like it. This looks like a super bullish chart. Ooh, it came all the way down to retest this trend line. Oh, wow, look at that. So here to here, extended out, it came right down here and hit that level again. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. ADA, okay. ADA is on a freaking tear right now. And if you're, and like I talked about this, like this is a good chart because this is a very clean level. We have a level here. We have obviously a horizontal level here, horizontal level here, came back up, rejected from it, horizontal level here, all the way across, broke above it, and now we came back in and did a retest. And now we're continuing up. This is very, very clean price action right here. Very clean. No issues at all with this. ADA is about to absolutely explode. There's no other way to look at this. Furthermore, if we go to the BTC pairing, and I talked about this on my yesterday's video, we have what's called a massive void. And I love this void. Is this the one I want to look at? I think it is. Daily, maybe? Oh, there it is. Okay. Go to the weekly. We have these weakers. We have the weekly breakers. I combined a word into weekler just now. I might keep it. I don't know. We'll see. The point is, though, we have this weekly breaker. We have this weekly breaker. We have literally nothing in between here because it dropped so quickly back in 2018 that it just entirely collapsed. Because of that, we have no built-up resistances on the way. And what did I call this? I said this is a void. Voids get filled quickly. I said ADA is going to teleport from here to here. Well, it looks to me like we are on one hell of a moon mission right now. It's teleporting. This is like, I don't know how else you can look at this. This is going to continue to accelerate, and it's going to tap this level. And at this level, we sell because it's resistance. Like you buy at support, sell at resistance. Absolutely gorgeous price action. Like this is absolutely perfect. So there you go. ADA looks great. Algo is struggling. It's just still consolidating. I'm not going to look into it much. Oh, man. ANKR. Man. All right. This dang chart. So we had a falling wedge. We went below, we went back above, went back below, went back into it again. Now we're back below. We're retesting from the downside. I don't even know at this point, guys. Like I don't know if this is actually still a technical falling wedge at this point. Just a lot of movements here, a lot of crazy shakeups due to Bitcoin messing it up. I think it's still valid. I honestly do. I think it's just a deviation because of Bitcoin's just craziness. So if we get back inside this falling wedge, I will still consider it bullish. But right now, we're not. So until we get back inside this falling wedge, you have to use caution. I'm going to leave it at that. Well, let's look at the BTC pairing real quick. Oops, wrong one. Well, yeah, I rejected right there. Yeah, I'm still sort of bearish right now on ANKR for the short term. We got to get back inside the falling wedge. I think that will give us the strength we need to bust above. But until we do that, got to use caution. All right, band still below this major level. Still bearish. BAT. We have reclaimed this level. Okay, that's not bad. Doesn't look too bad. US Tether pairing. Let's look at the BTC pairing. BAT, BTC. This does not look. So on the macro, you can see how it's impulse with a consolidation. This consolidation is a rising one, which is not really what you're looking for. I don't know. Without really diving in here, I'm not going to dive into it today, so I'm good. But nothing too crazy on that. Bitcoin Cash. Where is this level coming from? Let's see. Is that a long term? No, it's not. Okay, so short term. All right. So it's a short term trend line I have set up here. It's due to, where is this coming from? What? No way. No way it's interacting this far away. There's no way, right? I mean, it is, but it shouldn't be. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. That doesn't make any sense to me. All right. Those two lines, apparently, if you follow them all the way around, it's actually interacting pretty well. I think it's a coincidence, honestly. I don't think that makes much sense. So, yeah. That being said, for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, this is a clear, oops, one more up. There you go. This is a clear previous high. This is a clear retest. I mean, it looks like ADA to me. It's sort of like, I think that makes a lot of sense on the BTC, on the US dollar pairing. Let's go to the BTC pairing, see how we're looking. Bitcoin Cash. I wanted this to get retested. It did not retest it. Okay. Point of breakdown. We went back below it, retested it. That may be all we're going to get. Interesting. So it did come back up here, and it came down here, retest this point of breakdown, and then continue to the upside. I wanted it. This was going to be the first level of support, and if that didn't hold, it would come down here to the more major level. So, yeah. We'll see on Bitcoin Cash. We'll see. It is making some sort of a trend right here. I'm not going to dive into it too much. I think it looks okay, but nothing insane. It is showing a lot of strength right now, though. I will give it that. So we'll check on that later. Let's see. Bitcoin Cash, BNB has once again retested this breakout level, which is very healthy, and we even are currently above this major level. That looks pretty dang good. Not gonna lie. BNB looks pretty healthy. Interesting. Okay, let's go to the BTC pairing. BNB. Ooh, I like this. Oh, I like this a lot. Point of breakdown right here. Okay. Came over here, tested it, came back above, retested the point of breakdown, went back above, retested again, continuing up. This is bullish. Move that sucker right here. BNB looks great. I like BNB a lot right now. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I am going to add it to my list of charts to purchase after this one, because I don't only do this to talk to you guys and look cool, I guess. I do this because I'm legitimately trying to find entries for myself. And I just let you guys do it around because I think you guys will enjoy having someone with this sort of level of experience go through and teach you guys what I'm looking for. All right, over here, this is comp BTC. I'll do this chart first. It looks healthy. Yeah, it's consolidated. It touched this breaker. That looks really good, actually. We have a lot of resistance above us. We do. That being said, you guys can see how well this line is basically hold. You guys see how it goes level to level. Come up here, guys, resistance, come up here, resistance, come up here, consolidating, continuation up. So yeah, this is right now is the target right now for comp. Yep. There you go. It makes sense. So I think it's working. It's going to plan, essentially. It's going to plan. This is a really nice rounded bottom patterns, though. I like that a lot. That entire structure looks really nice. So the structure of the high time frame looks really good. The low time frame is doing really well as well. So yeah, I like comp. Let's look at the US dollar pairing, and I like it even more, don't I? No, not necessarily. Let's see. We have that. So here's a major breaker right now that definitely is going to provide some sort of resistance. Get above there, it's game on. Until we do that, you got to be careful. So that's my line in the sand. Get above this level, it's going to accelerate up. Yep, like that. Dash, no, I'm not that about it. Good. Doge. Everyone wants to know about Doge. I don't know why, but whatever. We'll do it. All right. Major breaker. I pointed this out yesterday. This will be a major resistance until it gets reclaimed. And look at where we tested at. Wow, that's crazy. All right. There it is, guys. Major resistance. This is also a major resistance or a major support. So major resistance, major support. We're going to be stuck in here until we pick a direction. There we go. So we're stuck in here. We're just ranging. Doge has a tendency of ranging a long period of time. Let's go to the log chart. You guys can see it better. But you guys can see how Doge will do something and then wait. Do something, then wait. Do something, then wait. And it does that like over long periods of time. So Doge is just, it will frustrate you how long it takes to do anything. So I would not be surprised now that we've had this bearish divergence. The bearish type, if you guys, like, I've done a video on this, I've broken down. I'm going to do an even more depth video on exactly how you could have caught the top of Doge. It was a very easy play on the low time frame. Everyone thought it was Elon Musk doing a skit on SNL, which is the most incredibly stupid thing I've heard. That being said, if you think Elon Musk doing a skit on SNL crashed a $80 billion market like 30%, you're insane. But the point here is that you have a higher price, lower RSI. You have a high volume here, lower volume over here. Like that on the high time frame looks like bearish, and that's why I've been selling. And then if you go to the low time frame, you can actually go step by step. I didn't do it in this video. I'm not gonna do it in this video, but I have done it in a previous video where I go through step by step and show you guys exactly how you could have caught top of Doge. I think I named it something like that too. So make sure to watch that video. Like it will help further show you guys how incredibly powerful these tools are. ENJ, Doge, DOT is actually having a lot of movement. Okay, let's look at this. I like charts that have a lot of movement because that means that there is a lot of strength here. I like strength. I buy strength. I sell weakness. That's what I do. I'm a trader. Okay. Get above this level. You got to get above this level. I think that is still the key level. You get above here, it's going to accelerate very rapidly. But it has to get above there because this entire structure looks very bullish. The entire structure of it. Because it went up, high volume on the increase, consolidation here. That's basically it. So you have consolidation here. What's the next movement? Up. There you go. EOS. Ooh, EOS. Yes. This is one of my big ones, guys. I am super I'm super bullish on EOS, ETC, and EOS and ZEC are my currently hyper bullish ones. So let's go over why. And of course ADA, because that's just going to teleport. All right. This is a major 4-hour breaker. You also have this level down here. Yeah, this is where I looked to buy. I was buying it originally, so it came down here. And if you're on my Facebook page, I did this play step by step. I had this very obvious breaker sitting here, came down here, retested it. I bought, and it kept going down. I was like, shit, that sucks, right? But I was so confident in the high time frame, I was okay with just letting it ride. So I bought around like the $9 area. After this drop, about $9, I started buying back in. It dropped further. That being said, obviously it has accelerated the upside. But when it dropped, it created this point of breakdown. This point of breakdown was going to provide some sort of resistance, some sort of support. That's why I drew it out yesterday. And like, if you guys can go back and look, I promise you, I'm not putting this shit in here after the fact. I'm not like going through here and waking up really early and going through and making these levels after drops happen. Like, these videos exist. Go look at them. So point of breakdown right here. It's a very obvious bullish breaker setup. Busted above it, come back in, retest it, continue up. Where's my rocket at? Move this sucker over here. This one is going to keep going up. There you go. Now, the further this case, even though this is absolutely gorgeous price action, and this is now a bearish breaker setup, so we need to get above this level. This is the line in the sand. Get above here, this thing is going to absolutely explode. But you got to get above here. This is my confirmation to me. Now, if you go over here to the BTC pairing, we'll go and check out EOS. EOS. There we are. Well, here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you guys how incredibly bullish this chart is. Weekly chart. Weekly. We're on the log chart, okay? Log chart on the weekly. 1 test, 2 test, 3 test, 4 test, 5 test. Went above this level, retested, like, here we are. Now, in the log chart, it looks like we are already so far up, and they're like, oh, man, look at that. There's so much room. However, that's the log chart, right? Take off the log. This is where we actually are. Now you see how little movement we've already actually had. I am super bullish on EOS. I think it has a lot of potential. It's going to take some time. We have these major breakers right here, but like, man, this is one of those ones you do not want to be out of if it starts moving, okay? ETC, same thing. Log chart. Log chart. 1 test, 2 test. Well, not as clean, but the point is that it does still do it. Wait, really better here, I think. What am I doing? Let's see. Did I draw this out wrong? It's very possible. Well, I mean, that's a good level as well. Look at that. and it busted above it. So that's good. But no, this is the one I want though. Go here, here, here. It is busted above this level. Now it's going to continue up, going up. And if you see on the normal chart, you can see how much room we have to go. Now, I called this a while ago and it busted above, but we had these major breakers right here. And yes, they've already played out. This was obviously rejection. This was obviously rejection. So if you're looking to get back into EOS, I've been saying anywhere in this area is a really, really good spot. And yeah, I stick by that. I think anywhere in here is a really, really good spot to hold some long-term ATC. And on the, I'm sure you guys know what ETC did. It did shoot up to $173 from like, $5. So yes, it did explode. Make that very clear. So you have to understand the strength you have in a coin like EOS. Now another one, this one I got it on yesterday. Yes, I saw it on crypto Twitter, like the Twitter. I saw, I think it was Calio was going over it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm in, because he pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh, okay, this looks really, really good. If you go to the BTC pairing, go to the ZEC, and go to the log chart. What we just went over, right? 1, 2, 3, reclaimed it, right? Like this is exactly the same stuff we saw before. 1, 2, 3, reclaimed it. And if you go on the low time frame, you guys can see how well the reclaim that was. And now we're continuing up. It's the daily chart. If you go to the 4 hour, if I remember correctly, I think it actually has had a really good reaction on the lower level too. Point of breakdown, and not really. Nothing really sticking out to me on the lower time frames. But the point is, that high time frame looks so good. I'm not selling any of that anytime soon. So ZEC, EOS, ATC are all very similar types of trades, and I'm super bullish on each one of them. Yeah, it's super bullish. I can't even stress it enough. Go to the symbol, ZEC. Yeah, I think this one has tremendous potential. I don't even want to guess how. So the way that I operate, whenever I'm doing spot holdings, not for leverage, but for spot, my spot holdings, I don't make price targets, okay? The reasoning why I don't do that is because when you make a price target, you will subconsciously wait until that coin gets to that price before you start looking to sell. It's a subconscious thing you'll do. And if you try to tell yourself not to, you'll still do it. So instead, what you do is you wait for weakness. And once you see weakness in the market, then you start to lessen your position. Especially if there's a major crash or something, then what you're going to do is you're going to go back up and you're going to try to basically recatch the retracement and then continuation down. That's what you could have done with Doge, and I broke it down in the video on how exactly to do that. So, but ZEC, guys, I don't want to speculate, but it's incredible. So yeah, definitely ZEC. I have it. You guys do what you want. I definitely like this coin. Okay, where are we at? Doge. What do you think was a hold up really? Oh my God, Nano. Nano decided to just explode yesterday. Yeah, I just took off. It like the whole market was crashing, and Nano was like, no, I don't want to crash. I'm gonna keep going up. Why did it take up though? I'm really curious. I legitimately don't know why it took off. Let's see if there's any levels on here that makes sense. Nothing. Let's go to the BTC pairing. Am I missing something? Did I miss a major sign on Nano? Because I did not get in on this. I have some Nano spot positions, but not nearly as much as I want right now. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Let's see. Let's go to the hourly maybe. 4 hour. I mean, this is a pretty clean consolidation structure. Like that's very clean. Can I zoom out? Is there something I'm missing? Oh, is this it? This might be what I'm missing. Is this a trend line? Oh, I think I did. That. And here maybe? I don't know. I don't know why this thing, maybe this is all it was. Maybe it was just because you have this falling trend line and it just decided to just explode. I did an in-depth breakdown on Nano before. It's one of my guide videos. So I did an in-depth breakdown of Nano from basically like a year ago, every single step of the way as to why it's made this movement. The only reason as to why I assume that this one popped off is because you have high volume impulse up, corrective structure, and impulse up. That being said, why it decided to take off while Bitcoin is crashing, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But it held up really well. It did really well. So cool. I might dive into Nano later and see if I want to buy some more, but I already have a pretty decent bag, so I'm not going to stick with what I got. Let's see. What else? Interesting. Litecoin, one of my favorites. Actually, okay, I'll do Litecoin, then I'll go back to another one. So let's go to the daily. You guys can see this is what I expected to happen. It went higher than I was expecting. Make that very clear. It did go higher than I was expecting. However, it did come back in and retest that level. I'm going to assume this is going to be it for a continuation upward. I think it's a 4 hour. Yes, 4 hour. These two levels were respected really well. That level and that level were rejected, and it came back above. So yes, it did have the retest I was looking for. This looks very healthy on the high time frame. We're still above this weekly breaker on Litecoin. So because of that, I still think this is the direction. Moon this sucker up some more. On the BTC pairing, real quick, go down here to Litecoin. Ooh, we are approaching a major resistance. Okay, interesting. All right. So the Litecoin BTC pairing. So on the weekly, you guys saw how on the normal chart, we are approaching some sort of resistance on the BTC pairing. It might not be a bad idea to start taking some profits on my Litecoin positions. Ooh, I don't know though. That's tough. Falling wedge. This was happening since February of 2020, so an entire year. Just consolidating inside these two trend lines, broke above, and now continuation up. Furthermore, this right here was the level that started the original pump in 2017, and we have bounced off. Ooh, wow, that was a huge mistake. We have bounced off that exact level right here. So that level right here, perfect, absolutely gorgeous. So that breaker accelerates to the upside again. We are currently inside this major weekly breaker, approaching some pretty serious resistance on the BTC pairing. Oh, man. I might pull some out of Litecoin. I might. Let me see. You know what would be a good option? Throwing it into my BNB. Yeah, I own an unhealthy amount of Litecoin right now. I do like it though. Okay, let's talk about HBAR. This is the BTC pairing. Major levels. Let's see, 3-day, weekly, not the weekly, daily. Okay, this daily breaker. I pointed this out yesterday. I like this daily breaker a lot. This is in my Facebook group. If you were in there, you caught this. If you didn't, sucks to suck. Weekly breaker or daily breaker right there. I liked how it had this close above. We were coming down in this level. So what did I do? I bought a shit ton of Litecoin or HBAR right here. And now on the BTC pairing, it looks great. On the US dollar pairing, not so good. That being said, though, obviously it is making some good movements right now to the upside. And this looks like it might be a sort of. I don't hate it. I think it's a pretty good trend line, actually. So yeah, bust above here, massive acceleration. I don't even know. I don't have any idea of how much targets you can get on HBAR right now, but this looks really good. Let's go to the US dollar pairing. HBAR looks okay. Yeah, okay. It just looks okay. Like this major daily breaker still above us. We really need to get above there. If we can get above this level right here in the next 10 hours and 31 minutes, I'll be pretty bullish, honestly, because that's probably going to help accelerate us to the upside on the BTC pairing as well. I like HBAR. I like it. Yep. Oh, I missed Ethereum. Pretty big one. People usually care about Ethereum being the second largest cryptocurrency. Let's see. Weekly. Yeah. Looks fine. 3-day. Looks fine. Daily. Ugly rejection wicks, rejection candles. Oh, haha, that's funny. These two levels combine to make a breaker, right? This is a pretty damn good retest of that breaker. Holy hell, how close did it get? Oh, it didn't actually touch it. I was wrong. Look at that. I missed it by 50 cents. I'm so bad at this. Yeah, I missed it by 50 cents, guys. I'm sorry. My strategies are completely invalidated. I missed it by 50 cents. My bad. All right, cool. I suck. Let's see. Let's go over here. 4 hour. It's an ugly point of breakdown. That's a very obvious one. Okay. This no longer is relevant, I think. This is. Yep. Get above here, we're bullish. Get below there, we're bearish. That's it. Let's go to the BTC pairing, see if I can see anything different. Ooh. Ooh. This was the weekly level, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Oh my gosh, I completely missed this. I marked it off. I totally forgot about it. This is a weekly level in the BTC pairing, okay? I marked this off weeks and weeks ago. As you guys can see how significant that is. Price goes down, it went back up. That fight is the breaker. Went back down, fought again. That fight is the breaker, right? These were my two major levels of sell, and it got above this one. However, it rejected here. So what would be the reasonable assumption? Well, you can see how my interactions here are going to go, but I'm going to go and delete that because obviously it's still working that way, but it's in my way at this point. So let's go over here, brush. It came back here. So the obvious thing is going to go right there and continuation up. Oh, and do a loop apparently. Let me do that again. I have this side button on my mouse I click all the time. It's a mistake. So right here, continuation up. There you go. So this is what I want right there. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. So this was a previous resistance, so now it turned into a support. This is a resistance, and it's still a resistance. So we need to come back here, hit this support, and then continue up. And also, this right here, okay. This right here, these two levels are actually really solid ranges on low time frames. So this is a massive range that is consolidated for a very long time. So I expect to do something like this, actually. That made the most sense to me. I think we're going to consolidate. I think Ethereum is going to match Bitcoin's performance for the next while until eventually it gathers enough strength to bust up to the upside or down. But I think up is the trend. So I think the trend's going to continue. But yeah, I think it's going to consolidate. So yeah, it's going to follow Bitcoin's movement, wherever that may be. So if it drops, or it's going to basically follow Bitcoin. What else? Oh, XRP. Yep, got to do XRP. I know y'all probably are not an XRP because you probably can't buy it, but I am, and I need to do my scan in this market because this is a massive amount of my position right now, and I need to make sure I'm not going to go broke. So here we are. This is a very clear breaker, and it has been respected very well so far. I'm very happy with this whole setup. Yes. This looks healthy. It's too far away. Yep, this looks really healthy. I like it. Okay, BTC pairing looks great on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, so this right here is my resistance for the 4 hour. And this is a resistance. Why? Because remember, these are breakers, right? So down in price, up, down, right? These up positions are where the bulls fought back. So these are the most logical spots for rejections on these movements up. Okay, I like that. This is a daily level. It has more precedence than the 4 hour. Make that very clear. So this is a stronger level than these two levels, but these levels are still significant. Let's go to the US dollar pairing. Oof, we are below it. Ew, 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 ew. All right. Sucks. Damn it, damn it, damn it. All right, this is a very major breaker. Daily, it's a lot going on right here. The point is, we are currently below it, which is terrifying for me. I don't like this. So we are below this breaker. We really need to get back above it. So I have 10 hours and 25 minutes for XRP to move its ass and get up there. If it doesn't, the most likely scenario is a retracement down here to this level right here. 15 to 16, 115 to 160. I think that's the most logical spot for another bounce. But I prefer if it just goes up now because I'm fully loaded on XRP. I'm not buying any more because realistically I can't anyway. Wi-Fi, let's talk about this real quick. This was a very clear rising wedge. Rising wedges are bearish formations. However, because YFI is so incredibly bullish, it broke up from a rising wedge, which is insane, right? So whenever it completely invalidates a bearish pattern like that, all the people who are looking to short here because it's a rising wedge, it makes sense to fall. All those people who are short now get absolutely destroyed, and it has a ton of liquidity in the market that just gets, like, all the people who get who have to rebuy back in have to take whatever's available in the market. And if it's a super bullish market structure like that, there's no liquidity, so it just pops up really fast. And that's what happened. So it just exploded upward. If you were on the Facebook group, I called it, just saying. But either way, so it did shoot straight up, came back down, retested this level I drew out yesterday, I think. I said, hey guys, this is not the place to buy. Instead, wait for retracement. The two retracement levels I'm looking at are this 4-hour breaker, this 4-hour breaker, which also coincides with the rising wedge trend line. And look at that. Came down, tested the first one, came back up, tested this one. So where is this one going to go? I think the answer is obvious. All right, cool. Awesome, guys. Well, I think my scan is over. I'm very happy with the market. I don't really know what Bitcoin's going to do. We went through it. If I have not convinced you that this stuff works fine now, like, I don't know what to tell you. So if you want to keep following news-based channels and all that, have fun. Good luck. You'll sell your coins to me, and I really do appreciate it. But if you're on this channel, we'll keep making money. And yeah, so have a good day, guys. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, bitch, subscribe, complaints, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Have a good one, guys.